Hi, everyone. This call is to help you understand what would be important for your customers who are just starting out in their business as a brand new beginner and they've just bought an expensive course. Now, your job is to lead them and guide them into what is a good first steps. So I recommend right now setting up onboarding calls for your new customers. This is going to give them a sense of direction and guidance that possibly you didn't have when you started your business. So I want you to really be thinking about that when you are offering this to your customers is how can you walk them through some of the things that were maybe frustrating for you? Maybe you bought a course and nobody was there for you. You completely got ghosted and you had to figure it out on your own. Or maybe the person did a great job of onboarding you and you can take from that experience. But either way, kind of tap into your past experience, what worked for you, what didn't work for you, and how can you transition that into something that will ultimately help your customers. So I have a what I think is a great framework for getting people started in a business. So you can use this framework for your customers and your own onboarding calls. So I'm going to go through these steps with you, and you can adapt these to something that you feel like might be more helpful for you and more authentic to you. You can use it as a springboard, inspiration, whatever you want. But this is what I would recommend. So I also have a new customer onboarding checklist that is for you to use so that you can keep on track and walk people through the right steps. So I'm going to link that for you below this video. So the ultimate onboarding call outline. Here we go. This is for your framework for helping your customers start off strong, start off feeling confident, and they're still going to be obviously learning, but they hopefully will have a good start. So here is what I would recommend. Before the call, you would want to send a confirmation message to them either by email or text or whatever with a Zoom link. I recommend doing a face-to-face just on video, and then what they would need to bring to the call, and just let them know that this call that you're doing with them is going to help them get set up fast. And then you want to have your tabs ready to screen share on your Zoom, and you can have your own course already pulled up on your screen. You can also have a social media platform, maybe like TikTok, your own TikTok pulled up, and it just as for examples for what you can show them. And then some of your done for you resources, if you have some scripts or templates or links that they would be helpful for them. And then a notes page with their name at the top. Have a checklist ready. And this checklist will have the modules that you recommend they start with. These courses are pretty much all the same and they have a lot of modules included. And it's overwhelming when you start these courses. You have no idea where to start. So I recommend having those, a checklist for your people. And then you can have your profile setup steps in your social media. And then you can have your first 72-hour action plan. Okay, and we'll be going over that. So, okay, section 2. When you open up the call, you're going to want to just let them know that you're so excited about the things that they're going to be able to achieve in this business and how it's going to help them. So set some expectations for them, what they're going to get on this particular call with you. Let them know what you're going to help them do first, what modules you're going to start with, how to set up their social media, and how to start creating some content and attracting leads. Just give them sort of an overview of what you're talking about in this particular call. And then you want to talk about their goals. So ask this one question: what made you start your digital marketing business? And what is your 6 to 12 month goal? Make this call about them. This will personalize the call and build that rapport with them. This is a way you get to really get to know your customers. And then walk them through the dashboard. So this is your course dashboard, where the modules are, help them navigate to that. Where the tech setup lessons are. Most of these courses come with some bit of tech help and tech walkthrough, so they know how to do their link in bio. If they are a VIP paying member of the Passive Profit Society inside of this community, they get that tech set up for free, just so you guys know. The templates and scripts and resources where those are located, and any community or Q&A support if they offer that. Okay, give a simple module roadmap. So I would recommend that you give them a roadmap of where to start. So day 1 through 3, if you can break this down for your customers in days so that they can see that there's a doable plan for them to accomplish most of these goals within a week. So you can have the day 1 through 3 be your welcome module, your mindset and niche clarity modules, your understanding digital and affiliate marketing modules. Those would be an example. I'm giving an overview of an onboarding call that would be done for literally any course. So they're all going to be set up differently, but they usually have some of those types of modules. So that's what I recommend for the first 3 days. The next 3 to 7 days, you can help them with to direct them to the modules that talk about the tech setup, intro to content ideas, and basic algorithm principles, if your course has something like that in there. After week 1, you're going to be directing them to daily posting formula, engagement strategy, and sales psychology, where you're going to help them understand this. Most people that start a business like this have never sold anything ever. And now they're learning social media, they're learning sales, they're learning marketing, they're learning just how to run a business. It's a lot to take in. So your help in all of this is going to really make or break a different, it's going to, be a lot different for them. It's going to help them. Okay, so let's give them sort of an overall picture of what digital marketing is all about and what is the actual goal that we're doing with creating content on social media. So giving sort of the big picture overview. You might understand this, but they may not understand this. So the step 1 is to get leads coming in. Everything starts there. Let them know that your number one job is not to go viral. It's just to get leads coming in. And leads are, explain to them what that is. That's a potential customer. That's somebody who's curious enough to click on that link and join your email list. And your content's purpose is to attract the right person, not every person. So explain that your leads can come from different types of social media. So it's going to be dependent on what they want. Are they wanting to grow on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube? This would come in the form of profile visits and comments. And these could come if they choose to go live on their TikTok or their Instagram. And so, and also direct people to only start one social media. Like I really recommend only starting with TikTok or only starting with Instagram. This is where, so give them a sneak peek of what is going to happen. So this is where your trust is built. So let them know your job is to show the possibility and what this business can do for them. People don't buy because you post, they buy because they feel like you understand them. So you're communicating this to your customer, okay? When you're talking about this, you're helping them understand. So your content, emails, and welcome messages, they give them a glimpse of the transformation. So examples of sneak peek content is how the business works. You could give a breakdown of how this actually works, beginner-friendly breakdowns, 3 steps to get started, those kinds of content. You can give them some examples of types of content that you've created on your TikTok or Instagram. or even YouTube if you're doing that. So what you're doing daily, like give them a sneak peek on that kind of content. Here's what my day looks like as a digital marketer. Here's why digital and affiliate marketing works. And then like your own story and mission. Give them examples. You can also pull up other people's TikToks that you follow. If you have some creators that you have followed and you like how they create their content, and maybe they have really effective content and really large businesses, you can help kind of show examples of different types of content that will work. Okay. And then this is the step 3 in that overall picture is the helping them with that mindset shift of letting them know that they're never going to be chasing a sale. They're never going to be sliding into people's DMs or cold calling, that they're just using attraction marketing techniques. And some people buy in 24 hours, some 24 days, some it takes months. So you want to help your customers understand you're not ever chasing a client. We're just waiting for a lot of their potential customers are waiting for that right time. So buying is just a normal part of the process. There's no pressure. We're not pressuring anyone to do anything. There's no manipulation going on. Okay, your job is to guide and not convince. So when they join the email list, you're going to help people understand sort of the overall picture of having an email list. Even if they don't buy, this is the long game that we are creating a relationship with our potential customers. So when they jump into the email list, that is your email list is where those customers will convert. And most people don't buy after seeing one video. They buy after 7 to 12 touch points. So that email list builds that trust and that connection. So explain this all to them. Okay. Remember, this is all brand new information to them. Marketing is new. Selling is new. So some people have a sales background, but most people don't. Explain the flow. They click on the link, they grab the freebie, they join that nurture email campaign, and they read all of your emails, and then that builds that trust. That trust increases over time, and then they buy. Okay, so help your customers understand the sales cycle and the sales process. Okay, so social media profile setup. You're going to walk them through this step by step. And you're going to screen share with them. If you can screen share from your phone, that'd be great. If you can't, then just use your computer. But I would have like give them an example of your TikTok where you show your profile picture. You're going to show how to set that up. A nice close-up of their face, not a logo, no sunglasses, no full body shots or pictures of the whole family. We're just doing just their face. Show them that. Show them how to set up their username, their name, their bio, that brief description that's in their bio. And that is a 2-part formula that I help people create their own bio. So this is who you help plus what you help them get. So this is a simple framework for anybody who's setting up their bio. I help beginners make their first online income with simple digital marketing. That's an example. And then there's always a call to action inside of the bio where you're pointing down to the link where there is that's where their storefront is. That's where people can grab their free item. Okay. And then you're going to walk them through the link setup. So just explain that link in bio. This is going to be a simple storefront. Keep it super simple and super beginner friendly. And again, if they are a VIP member inside Passive Profit Society, that is included. All of their link in bio and tech setup is already included for them. So just help them with those content expectations too, that it doesn't have to be perfect when they create their content. So section 6, this is your next step, is your first 72-hour action plan. So give them a roadmap that's going to help them build that momentum and help them, and it's going to build on that excitement that they already have. So day 1 is foundational. You're going to be watching those welcome modules, the intro modules, setting up their profile. They're going to be joining the community if they have a community. Okay. So, day 2 is the content warm up. This is where they can watch some content basics, review some scripts that you have for them, and create a practice video. This is a great way to help people just get warmed up to the idea of showing their face on camera. And day 3 could be go live. So watch 3 to 5 videos, post their piece of content. When I say go live, I didn't mean go live like as in go live on TikTok. I meant go live, launch their business. This is going to be where they're first launching their business. So they're going to post their first piece of content and they can send it to you for feedback. You could offer for them to just send their first piece of content to you to have you have your eyeballs on it and give your opinion on how it's doing or on how they did. And then you're going to let them know they're going to want to start engaging on their TikTok for 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day, where they're going to be engaging with other digital marketers, other people who have online businesses doing affiliate marketing. So help them understand. The goal is visibility, okay, not perfection. Nobody's aiming for perfection, especially in the beginning. Give them, and I would just give them a mindset shift of, just relax. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to look a certain way. It doesn't have to look like someone who's been doing this for 2 years and creates content effortlessly and can sell effortlessly. Like really help them understand that there is a process to getting better and better and better. Okay. And this is what you can do as a coach and as a mentor. Okay, so how to keep the momentum going. This is where I would shift to next is giving them a weekly routine. So give them an idea of what to post every single day. And I would say in the beginning, just encourage them to post once a day. And because a lot of times when I tell people in the beginning, like their first week or two, they just start posting 3 times a day. They're like, oh my gosh, that's so much. It takes me an hour to create one video. So just walk them through, like, how about 1 video a day? Can you create 1 video a day for the first week, maybe 2 weeks, and then build up from there? But the goal is really to get to where they're posting regularly 3 times a day. That's going to help build their account. So give them some, realistic expectations there. And then they're going to engage with other videos, other people's content for 10 to 15 minutes a day. They can watch 1 to 2 modules a week inside of their course. And I would say that that's really a small amount. So I would say it depends on what their goals are. Are they did they really want to get launched and into profit mode super, super fast? I would encourage more than 1 to 2 modules a week. I would encourage them to watch double that. Just try to help them get through their course in a relatively short amount of time. So you don't want to have it drag out for long, long periods. So, and then if your community offers coaching calls, weekly calls, have them plug into those, show them where they can find those inside the community, and review what's working every Sunday. This is really, really critical for them to be able to look back and analyze how did they do? How did their videos do? What was working? What didn't work? Okay. Okay, and when momentum is really what you're helping them see this bigger picture. So Q&A section. This is where you can just ask them questions. What's the number one thing you feel the most nervous or confused or stuck with? and or not understanding. How can I help you? Just leave it open-ended for them to give you some feedback of what are they really struggling with to grasp right now. And then the last section is we're going to close the call with a clear success plan. So end with their immediate next steps. Okay. Set up your profile, watch your first 3 modules. Second thing would be when your next message check-in will be, I'll check in with you tomorrow and see how your profile is going. And if you need any help creating your first video, and then reinforcement of that support. So just let them know that they can message you anytime. You're always there for them. Okay. So that is your framework for your onboarding call. And here is let's see. I am not sure how to, I'm going to be linking the onboarding checklist for you. So this is what you can go through that will keep you on track and give you basically everything that I told you about here will just be in a nice little concise checklist for you so that you can help your customers get started with success and a plan and guidance. And you know that, and now you are a leader. You are the head of your business. You are a CEO. You're going to step into that role so that you can help your people succeed. All right. Talk to you later.